Well, hello good people. The video that you just watched was made in Pika Labs. And today I'm going to walk you through some basics to make your own AI generated videos. Now, if you've never heard of Pika Labs, basically what it is, you can create videos simply by entering some text. As you can see here on their main website, there are some quick demos that you can check out. And to create the videos is pretty simple actually. All you have to do is click on Join Beta. Then you're going to get an invite that looks like this. You just have to click Join Pika. And once you're in, you can go ahead and get started. Now, assuming you already have Discord installed and you're familiar with Discord, if not, I'm going to leave a good introductory video in the description below. I encourage you to check out the Getting Started channel, and this basically tells you everything you need. You can only do them in the Generate channel. So on the very left here, under Creations, you have several channels where you can generate. So if I click on generate one, you're going to see everybody's examples here. Here's one from this user. If I press play, they're only 3-second clips. Here's another one. So all your generations need to be done in these channels. Now, if you want to do this privately, click on show member list at the top, look for the Pika bot, right click over it, and click on message, and you just have to DM the bot, and then you're going to be able to generate your own videos as you see here, and you're all set. Now let's start with your first creation. To generate images, you just have to hit / and select create. You'll see a prompt area here. And if you're familiar with text to image, it's basically the same thing. Just describe what you want to see. So in the prompt, I'm going to put something super simple. An autumn landscape with waterfalls and mountains, sunset, cinematic. Hit enter and you see that it's going to start generating your video. Now, if you're doing this in the public channels for whatever reason, maybe you don't have your own server, you'll notice the color is like this brownish color with the yellow highlight. All your prompts and finished generations would be highlighted this way. So you can scroll through all the traffic and find yours this way. It may take a couple minutes to generate, so you might want to continue with another prompt and try something else. So here's our scene. I'm going to do it full screen here. You'll notice it's only 3 seconds. That's one of the limitations. Let's start from the beginning. There we go. So it's got some motion already in it, but it looks pretty decent and very coherent. By default, it's 16:9, so it was pretty simple to make this video. Now, before I move on and show you more controls, I want to show you some of the options that are here. You have the thumbs up or thumbs down. This is basically to give Pika information if you liked the results or if you didn't. It helps them with training their model. This is the reroll button, so I'm going to click on that, and it's going to take the same prompt and just generate another variation. This is the remix button. If you click on that, this is where you could change aspects of your prompt. So let's say instead of sunset, we put winter, and then we submit that. Here's the regenerated scene. This one looks really nice. And you'll notice for landscape shots, Pika does a pretty decent job with it. I just realized I didn't take out the autumn from the original prompt, so I'm going to submit this again. It generated something really nice though. Let's take a look at it. So I would say the quality isn't even like 720, maybe it's like 480p. There are ways to upscale it to make it look a little bit more decent. Mind you, at the time of recording this video, it's all for free, so you may as well learn how to use it. And if they do come out with a payment plan, at least you know how to use it and you have all the information you need, whether it's worth purchasing or not. So here you see we have the winter landscape now, and yeah, did a pretty decent job. Another way we could generate video is by images. So there's a couple ways to do this. If we hit / once again and select animate, drop an image in here. I'm going to pick something that I'm working on currently. You'll see here, if you click on more, there'll be an area for text prompt, right? So I'm going to just show you how it looks with generating just the image. So I have one already done here. And you see without any text prompts, it's animating the mouth for me. It's kind of quirky and it's not perfect, but it'll do the job, right? So here's the other image that I put in, again with no prompt. Yeah, it's usable. I'll probably use this scene in the little project that I'm working on. Now, obviously you can do it like how we created our original prompt, where we select / create, enter our prompt. I'll just put talking demon. If we select more, we can select image. It's basically the same process, right? This time I'll choose another image here, and we're just going to hit enter. So here's the result of doing it with create. And we see that my demon warrior here is talking. Pretty cool. Now let's try to prompt a scene, and this time we're going to put some camera movement into it. So we're going to hit / create. For the prompt, we're just going to put wolf running in a forest at night. We'll add cinematic. And now let's introduce our first parameter. Now to trigger parameters, you just have to use 1 dash, not 2 like in Midjourney if you're a Midjourney user. And the first one we're going to look at is camera. Now this is all camera movements. So some commands you can use is pan left, pan right, pan up, pan down. So we're going to go pan right. Then space dash, we're going to add motion. Okay, so motion is another term we can use, and I'll show you the differences. You can go from 1 to 4. The next parameter we're going to put in is guidance scale, so -GS, and you can go from 8 to 24. If you're familiar with Stable Diffusion, it's like prompt guidance or CFG, and this number, the higher it is, the more it adheres to your prompt. I tend to start with something like 15. You'll have to experiment with that number. And then lastly, we're going to put in a negative prompt, which is NEG, so -NEG, and then you want to use quotations. So I'll just do a few here: ugly, deformed, warped, and blurry. These are typically the ones that I tend to start with, and I'll only add more if needed. Okay? So we're going to hit enter and generate this, and I'm going to change a few things with this prompt. So we're going to hit the remix button there, and let's change the motion to 4. Let's try a guidance scale of 20. Now it's going to look different because it's going to be a different seed. And instead of pan right for the camera motion, this time we're going to do zoom in. So let's take a look at the first video here. The thing is with these videos, you're going to have to run it a few times to get something decent. So let's re-roll that same prompt, and let's take a look at this one. Yeah, he's walking backwards. Maybe he's scared of us. And there's multiple wolves in there. So as you can see with this one, it was zooming in. This one, what did we have? Pan right. Yeah, so it's panning to the right. Let's re-roll that one as well. So just like text to image, you'll probably not get the results that you want the first time. You might have to re-roll a few times here. Let's take a look. This one's much more coherent, except for the beginning of the legs there. And of course, it could be my settings. Maybe we need to bring the guidance scale up and adjust more of our prompts. There we go. Yeah, it's getting there. Here's some examples that I was messing around with yesterday, and these are all based on prompts. I wanted to see how far I could push it. I kind of like the quirkiness, to be honest. I mean, it's AI video. It makes me think doing video like, if you're in a dream or something really quirky, it would work well here. Here's one of a man drinking coffee. It's definitely getting better, but I find the best use for it is that if you have your own images and animate them. I'm going to show you a couple other parameters here. So I've entered the same prompt. And the next one we're going to put in is AR for aspect ratio. If you're using an image, it's going to default to that aspect ratio of that image. But let's say we wanted a vertical video instead for like TikTok, Instagram Reels or whatever. We want to set it to 9:16, just like that. And then we're going to hit enter. And I'm going to do another one. And this time we'll go AR 4:5. Okay, let's take a look at our vertical video. There we go. So that's how we can change our aspect ratio. Here's our 4:5 one. Whoa, that's kind of weird. Now, if you want the seed of this particular clip, once you hit download, it's going to download it to your downloads folder, and you'll notice here at the end of the file name is your seed number. So you could simply copy and paste that and then enter it in your prompt, and you can hit your remix button here and then put in the seed and resubmit it, maybe change a few things in your prompt that way. Now, what if you wanted to continue the scene? Obviously, 3 seconds isn't a long time. What you can do is download this file. So I'm going to download this and then head to this website called Final Frame. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Click on Add Video. I'm going to select that scene that we just downloaded. And then it's going to give you some options here. But in the middle, you see it says Final Frame. We're going to select that and click on Download this frame. Save that onto your computer. And then back in Pika, we can go ahead, select the same prompt if we wanted to. Click on More and add the image, and then generate that. And then it's going to follow the same progress of that shot, but you'll have to stitch them together in a video editor of your choice. All right, so here's the first scene that we did earlier. Okay, and it stops there, and then it picks it up at that frame. If I click play, you see it continues. So that's an introduction to Pika Labs. In the next video, I'm going to show you how I created that beginning scene, maybe not the same ones, but with sound effects, and how I edited it and all that stuff. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see that progress, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Until the next video, my friends, I'll see you when I see you.